3, 2, 1, एक्शन। नाम कुछ काम का नहीं होता, कि नाम कुछ काम का नहीं होता, काम बस नाम का नहीं होता। So I'm a theatre artist. I write, I direct, I act as well. I write poetry, I write Urdu poetry, I conduct workshops on all of these. I quiz, I play football, and by the way, I am also a scientist at TCS Research. I had a niece who once said that you are a scientist, right? So you must be evil. I said, no, scientists do a lot of good things. He said, where is your lab? I would like to see your lab. I said, no, I don't have a lab really. I just have a computer and a few people I work with. She said, then you must be wearing that apron and all. Otherwise, how come you are a scientist? So obviously, these are the stereotypes with scientists. I'm neither evil, according to me, nor I wear an apron. I think it's just a label. What it means is that I try to find things, I try to discover things, I try to come up with new ideas and put them in practice. And I follow an approach which is scientific to do that. That's all it means. It's like you could call me anything. You could call me an artist, an innovator, a dabbler, a tinkerer, whatever. But it's what I do that really matters. So my work is my hobby is my work. The lines are so blurred that I can't really distinguish them. And that's what happens with all the avatars that I have. That the avatar comes later. It's the urge of trying something out, the urge of doing something and being able to do it relatively well is what really drives me. Some of the exciting stuff that we are doing here at TCS Research, coming up with a way to talk for avatars which sounds natural. So I said, why not use techniques that we use in theatre to make conversation more natural. So one of the principles that is used is that whatever you speak is dependent on the other person's behavior. You can't just say, hi, hello, how are you? And the other person responds, I am fine, thank you. That doesn't happen in reality. The other person has to take me in and sort of say, hi, and thank you, fine. So my behavior modifies the other person's behavior and vice versa. How could we do that while we are designing text-to-speech system for robots? How could we do that while we are designing their facial expressions and so on? So we are right now working on that, and these are bots which will really talk in very realistic ways. Besides this, we do a lot of annotations of media. We find what is going on in the media and then we use that to generate new applications. Say for example, emotional highlights of a match. You want to find out what were the emotional high points of a football game, for example, of the player that you are a fan of. One cool thing that we are doing in theatre as well as in our work is to be able to sort of track people's motion as they are moving. So in theatre it could be used for a variety of things. In studios it could be used for creating motion capture, but we want to do it in a very frugal way. So that's what we are trying to do, and we are trying to recreate that in theatrical space also, so that an actor is sitting outside the theatre space but can still do something inside the theatre space using such kind of motion capture. So you can imagine virtual reality plays later where people are sitting in different places but the whole play gets constructed in front of you, in front of a live audience. माझे राजा माझे मोघा तुझे नावा जोडताना. One thing that I have realized very early in my life is that time is a continuum. People are realizing that right now in the pandemic, the time is a continuum. So whenever I get the inspiration to do something, I just want to do it then and there. So if I came up with an idea of a play and I just want to write the outline of that, even if I'm sitting in the office, I just take those 10 minutes out and just write it. Because anyway, I'm going to go home and work on stuff related to office, stuff related to research. A research idea comes to you at some point in time when you are having maybe a holiday. I would still end up writing it, because there is no 9 to 6 blocking to any of this that goes on in my head, and I just would like to act on it whenever I get the inputs. That's all. शायद फिर इस जन्म मुलाकात हो न हो, लग जा गले से